Hey everybody, welcome to Dad, Daughters, and Drinks, where you'll always get at least two of those three. Today you've got me, the Margarita Kid, and I am drinking something called Tint Meadow, which is an English Trappist ale, strong ale brewed by the monks of Mount St. Bernard Abbey in Charnwood Forest, UK. I don't know where that is. I'm actually drinking it out of this glass, and it's pretty darn good. It's 7.4%. And they call it a strong ale. And I don't think strong ale necessarily means it's got a really high ABV, like it's a strong drink. Um, but there was one time I was judging at a homebrew competition, and I was put in the strong ale judging category. And like halfway through, like 10 beers in, me and the other guy had to like go and take a walk because we were starting to get a little woozy. So they can be strong. But either way, it's pretty good beer. But on to the good stuff. So today we have a new Ren video. Always an exciting thing. And so in this case, it's the halftime, a Nas retake. I don't know Nas's music very well. I've heard some stuff, but I don't know it well enough to be able to make comparisons to what Ren's going to be doing. But either way, I'm sure as always it's going to be super fabulous. When I look at the video, just from what we see without it even starting. You see Ren almost wearing like illest of our time type gear with the cap on, and there's a lot of snow. So I don't know if this is still in Calgary. I see the contacting 311, and I don't know if that's a Canadian thing or a UK thing. I think he's kind of UK these days, but we'll see. Maybe we'll see. I don't know. I'm assuming it as he's doing whatever he's doing. There might be some hint as to where he is. But in any case, let's get to it. And this is exciting.
Let loose in the booth and I came to introduce it. High proof juice like a flaming sambuca. Halftime 3-point hoop, hallelujah.
Okay, hold on. Cool beat. I can see why you'd want to do something on top of this. And I'm interested, I know a lot of times when he does these retakes, he has to remake the entire beat himself. Like I think he had to do that for Losing It. And I think some of the others, Bittersweet Symphony, he had to do that, I think. So I'm wondering in this case if he did. If he did, this is fabulous because it has a very kind of different old school sound, and that little vocal sample didn't sound like him at all, for sure.
Let loose in the booth and I came to introduce it. High proof.
So Let Loose in the Booth, I think he's talking about actually recording, right?
Let loose in the booth and I came to introduce it. High proof juice like a flaming sambuca.
Sambuca. I don't know if you've ever drank Sambuca. I've never had a flaming Sambuca, but that stuff's that's pretty intense.
In the booth and I came to introduce it. High proof juice like a flaming sambuca. Halftime 3-point hoop, hallelujah. Views oblongata and I severed the medulla. Cause rap with
I gotta catch that one again. So he did the basketball 3-point, talked about that in Genesis as well. Hallelujah. It's referenced a lot of places, obviously, common word. It makes me go in my head both to The Hunger, right? He talks about Leonard Cohen, Hallelujah, and also in How to Be Me.
3-point hoop, hallelujah. Views oblongata and I severed the medulla. Cause rap.
What's he saying there about severed a medulla right before that? I would think he's talking about the medulla oblongata, which is in the brain, but he's cutting the neck. So I guess cutting the head off.
I'm 3-point hoop, hallelujah. Views oblongata and I severed the medulla. Cause rap without Ren is like a skull without a brain, dude. Or like a flick on it with no one to complain to. Hockey without is like a skull without a brain, dude. Or like a flick on it with no one to complain to. Hockey without ice or China without rice. The Bible without Christ. Vindaloo with no spice.
Wow, that was a pretty awesome flow right there.
Without Ren is like a skull without a brain, dude. Or like a flick on it with no one to complain to. Hockey without ice or China without rice. The Bible without Christ. Vindaloo with no spice. Playing.
Boy, he was all over the place in that one. He had I mean, I guess. Oh, it says Calgary back there. See, I knew there'd be something in here. You would be able to see what it is. All right, so we had hockey without ice, China without rice, the Bible without Christ, vindaloo, Indian food without spice.
Outran is like a skull without a brain, dude. Or like a fig on it with no one to complain to. Hockey without ice, or China without rice. The Bible without Christ, vindaloo with no spice. Playing snakes and ladders with no dice. Day without night, like Mike without an earlobe bite. I keep it tight. Ladders with no dice. Day without night, like Mike without an earlobe bite. I keep it tight.
What's he saying there? Like
ladders with no dice. Day without night, like Mike without an earlobe bite. I keep
without an illo bite? Jeez, I feel like I wish I could hear better. I'm just old. Too much rock music.
Snakes and ladders with no dice. Day with.
It's funny how I'm trying to hear what he's saying, so I'm like leaning closer to the monitor, even though I've got headphones on.
Without night, like Mike without an earlobe bite. I keep it tight. Left, right.
Wait. Did you say an earlobe bite? Was he talking about Mike Tyson?
Dice. Day without night, like Mike without an earlobe bite.
Like Mike without an earlobe bite. Okay. He actually referenced that in the list of our time as well.
Snakes and ladders with no dice. Day without night, like Mike without an earlobe bite. I keep it tight. Left, right, fake, dodge and evade, an uppercut. Fuck 'em up in many various ways. The fairiest.
So he did the boxing reference. He did that in Murder as well. Oh, that's interesting. He said an uppercut at the end, but I think it was more of a hook.
Left, right, fake, dodge and evade, an uppercut. Fuck 'em up in many various ways. The fairiest gaze. Moving through precarious days. Uppercut. Fuck 'em up in many various ways. The fairiest gaze. Moving through precarious days. When we're moving through the rubble, trouble there in my veins. Librarian brain. Pull up a barbarian slang. Performing like I'm global warming. Music making it rain. I'm pimping my pain. Cross the precarious days.
He did some interesting things there. Hold on.
Fuck 'em up in many various ways. The fairiest gaze. Moving.
The fairiest gaze?
Through precarious days. When we're moving through the rubble, trouble there in my veins.
Moving through the bubble trouble?
Precarious gaze. Moving through precarious days. When we're moving through the rubble, trouble there in my veins. Librarian brain. Pull up a barbarian slang. Performing like I'm global.
Pull up a librarian brain pulling up a barbarian slain?
Trouble there in my veins. Librarian brain. Pull up a barbarian slang. Performing like I'm global warming. Music making it rain. I'm pimping my pain. Prostitute of all this.
Now that's a really interesting comment, right? I'm pimping my pain, and he makes the kind of the money thing. That's really interesting. Ren's never been one to not be willing to admit hypocrisy is not necessarily the right word, right? But when you look at, the ending of Sick Boy or Money Games, when he always kind of is willing to admit, I'm calling a bunch of things out, but I'm really kind of part of the problem as well. And so admitting, I shouldn't say admitting necessarily, but at least stating that he's making money off of, the things that he's gone through is a pretty open thing for him to do. I mean, I don't think anybody begrudges him it in any way, shape, or form. But the fact that he called it pimping does in a way mean that, maybe he's not super, I don't want to say not super happy about it, but, there's some introspection that maybe I shouldn't be doing that or something, right? That's a really fascinating line to think about.
Insane, put my problem warming, music making it rain. I'm pimping my pain. Prostitute of all this insane. Put my problems on the paper and the sales will rain. The sales.
Yeah, so look at that. He's really basically, in the old days, people talk about, I shouldn't even say the old days, sex sells. It still does, right? But in this case, he's almost saying pain sells, right? The more he's putting down crazy things and all of his issues, the more money he's making.
Pull up a barbarian slang. Performing like I'm global warming. Music making it rain. I'm pimping my pain. Prostitute of all this insane. Put my problems on the paper and the sales will rain. The sales will rise. Pirate with the patch on his eye. Get you hooked up on the music. Sailor, I. It's like
So it was an interesting kind of flip he did there with Hook, right? Because
Pirate with the patch insane. Put my problems on the paper and the sales will rain. The sales will rise. Pirate with the patch on his.
So sales will raise, and then he says the sales will rise, and all of a sudden he's kind of moved that to like a pirate ship, right? He's talking about the pirate with the patch on his eyes.
Get you hooked up on the music, sailor.
And get you hooked up on the music, right? So pirates, you typically think of them as having the Hook, like Captain Hook. I don't know if you typically think of them all of it, but Captain Hook is the famous one, right? But then Hook is also the kind of the catchy part of the song, right? Usually the chorus is the hook, and then he's saying you're getting hooked on the music. So he's almost kind of tripled that one. Well done.
Rain, the sails will rise. Pyro with the patch on his eye. Get you hooked up on the music, sailor. I. It's like raps to the music when I'm feeding them pie. That's pie raps, can't relax on the way. I. It's like raps to the music when I'm feeding them pie. That's pie raps, can't relax. I.
He's saying something about pie there, and I'm missing what it is.
It's like raps to the music when I'm feeding them pie. That's pie raps, can't relax on. I. It's like raps to the music when I'm feeding them pie. That's pie.
Feeling empired? I almost feel like it should be inspired, but I know that's not what he's saying.
Up on the music, sailor. I. It's like raps to the music when I'm feeding them pie. That's pie raps, can't relax on the waviest guy. Like yo.
I'm gonna have to look that one up. I just can't quite tell what he's saying there.
Pyro with the patch on his eye. Get you hooked up on the music, sailor. I. It's like raps to the music when I'm feeding them pie. That's pie raps, can't relax on the.
Rats. Okay, he's talking about the Pied Piper. Jeez. Sorry that it took me like 10 minutes to figure that out.
It's like raps to the music when I'm feeding them pie. That's
like rats to the music when I'm feeling pied. Pied Piper.
pie raps, can't relax. I'm the waviest guy. Like yo, rats bring the bubonic flow, move the tectonic place when I step to the show. So cold. I know a couple people don't fuck with it. They can just suck on his zip it then go. Thanks, bro. Eeny, meeny, miny, mo. I'm shining like a diamond though. When pressure makes a rhyming diamond. This was by design, when I just.
It's almost as going back, and he's talking about the pressure making diamonds, the pressure with the issues that he's dealt with. It's almost calling back to the prostituting the pain type thing. But in this case, he's really more talking about the issues causing great music to come out of it.
Miney mo, I'm shining like a diamond though. When pressure makes a rhyming diamond. This was by design, when isotope, a proton and a neutron in the nuclei and splits an atom in the fraction A reaction. Super.
Yeah, a lot of times he does throw kind of scientific things in like that, and so he really just used the line that I think is from Life is Funny, right? Split. And there it's a split an atom in a nuclear fuse or something. Talks about the hadron collider.
Meeny, miny, mo, I'm shining like a diamond though. When pressure makes a rhyming diamond. This was by design, when isotope, a proton and a neutron in the nuclei and splits an atom in the fraction A reaction. Super.
Split an action in a fraction, blow a nuclear fuse, or something like that.
An isotope, a proton and a neutron in the nuclei and splits an atom in the fraction A reaction. Supersize me and not supersize my order. Fries on the side, I'm a big whopping author. Big Mac, rest in peace, big, rest in peace, Mac, rest in peace, Pat, rest in peace, Pete, rest in.
Oh, wow. Well, that was a fabulous ode to a lot of great, no longer with us rappers.
Supersize me and not supersize my order. Fries on the side, I'm a big whopping author. Big Mac, rest in peace, big, rest in peace, Mac, rest in peace, Pat, rest in peace, Pete, rest in peace, rap. We lose all the grace like that. So put respect up on their names while they still intact. That's why I rap upon this beat that was deep for Nas. I might never reach the level, I'll salute with bars. I'm coming and bringing the DP, I'm in there singing the.
That's cool. He saying I'm doing a salute. I may never be as good as them, but I don't think it's always about being as good as, some of the ancient greats. I mean, Run's obviously just unbelievable in his own way, right? Now, if you're a purist from, a rap standpoint, like a, Queso or something, like you're not going to put Ren up against, Tupac or something, right? But I think in the totality of all of the different styles of music that he does and all of the different skills that he shows, not just lyrically, vocally, instrumentally, engineering wise, the video things that he does, because he's so involved in that as well. It's not like he's just got some, it's not like Sam just does the camera work and runs off on his own, right? He is really involved in all that. Even like the Losing It video, and Sam said that Ren basically did most of that himself and all the video editing and everything. Like the guy's he's a creative monster.
So put respect up on their names while they still intact. That's why I rap upon this beat that was deep for Nas. I might never reach the level, I'll salute with bars. I'm coming and bringing the DP, I'm in there singing the bee's knees. What a ridiculous MC, sounds so meticulous repeat. When I am spitting it properly, when in biology, no one can follow me. But an anomaly, sick shit and quick wit makes girls wet and dick stiff. I'm so tongue-in-cheek. The bee's knees, what a ridiculous M level, I'll salute with bars. I'm coming and bringing the DP, I'm in there singing the bee's knees. What a
Did he say I'm bringing a DP?
Never reach the level, I'll salute with bars. I'm coming and bringing the DP, I'm running and singing the bee's knees. What a ridiculous MC, sounds so ridiculous repeat. When I ain't spitting it properly, when in biology, no one can follow me, but an anomaly. Thick shit and quick whip.
There's another song he has that he talks about being an anomaly. I can't remember what it is.
Ridiculous repeat. When I ain't spitting it properly, when in biology, no one can follow me, but an anomaly. Thick shit and quick whip, makes girls wet and dick stiff. I'm so tongue in cheek with my tongue in your cheek, I never.
Tongue in the cheek is with the tongue in the cheek. That's from what, Money Game? Not Money Game. Love Music. No, that's City Lights, right? No, it was Love Music Part 2 that there's the girl imitating tongue in cheek, but it's hard to talk with her tongue in my cheek.
Thick shit and quick whip makes girls wet and dick stiff. I'm so tongue in cheek with my tongue in your cheek. I never sleep, cause death is the cousin of sleep. I never
sleep because death is the cousin of sleep. I'm wondering if that's calling back to his song Insomnia. That's one of my all-time favorite Ren songs, amongst the sea of all-time favorites.
Tongue in cheek with my tongue in your cheek. I never sleep, cause death is the cousin of sleep. I never rest, cause sleep is the cousin of death. So save your breath. Stop the tape, press pause and eject. I never sleep, cause death is the cousin of sleep. I never rest, cause sleep is the cousin of death. So save your breath. Stop the tape, press pause and eject. Stop the tape, press pause and eject.
Abrupt ending there. I don't know if that's how the original song ends or not, but that was really cool. I'm not normally a bar breakdown kind of guy. But this is really the first time I've listened to a Ren song doing a reaction where it was kind of this style of hip hop or rap. And it was really interesting. Really cool tune. I'm going to have to listen to that one a few times, and it's the whole, I didn't talk about it, but it's one of those, the one take Ren videos, right? And it always makes me a little bit nervous when they're doing it in the streets, like in Genesis or whatever, and the timing that has to happen. If you're just walking along on the sidewalk, that's one thing. And I think when they filmed Genesis, they talked about it was just, I think, him and Sam, and Sam's trying to film, and he's trying not to like walk into poles or into the street or whatever. I'm assuming at this point he has a spotter or somebody that can kind of guide them along while they're moving, right? But it's still, there are spots where he's
making it rain, I'm pimping my pain. Prostitute of all this insane. Put my problems on the paper and the sales will raise. The sales will rise. Pirate with the patch on his eye. Get you hooked up on the music, sailor. I. It's like rap.
I mean, maybe, but I would doubt it. I think he's just good at going with the flow, and if they got to the intersection and it wasn't ready for him to cross, he would figure out something to do, I guess. I mean, I wouldn't put it past him to just even the route that he's taken. I would think it has to be planned out because it's all pretty cool. He's, known for picking fantastic locations. This is just a lot of fun. Good stuff. I'm going to have to watch this a bunch of times, and maybe I'll go and listen to the original as well. Nas. Nas used to go as something else like Nasty Nas first, and then he changed it to just Nas. I'm so excited that Ren is coming out with new music, and I've loved, the last couple with the Fred Again mashup, the Back to 74 and Message in a Bottle, and then this one, all very different styles, right? Those three videos that he's just come out with almost like week after week, completely different, and all of them fantastic, right? And it just goes back to what I was saying, that his, like, there's just no boundaries for this guy, and it's just I hope he just keeps doing this. I'm looking so forward to his next album. I heard him at one point talk about, he was being interviewed, I forget what the interview was, but when he was sick and he was just writing lots of tunes, And the guy asked him how many he had. Like, there's some hard drive somewhere, right? Hopefully it's backed up. But he said he's got like in various states of ready like 1,000 different songs or something. And now maybe some of them he'll listen to and go, oh, they're not anything I would ever release for various reasons. Maybe they're not very good, or maybe it's just, even for him, content that maybe is a little too personal. But that's a lot of albums right there. That's a lot of, I'm sure, good music, right? Which maybe kind of explains why he can pretty quickly do all the work that he did in putting out Sick Boy, and then already practically be ready to release another album. He said, I mean, I say probably, I mean, it could be a few months or whatever, but that's really fast when you think a lot of bands take a couple years between albums. And he could conceivably be doing multiple per year. Just incredible. Reminds me of myself when I was young. All that energy. No, actually, I don't think I ever had that much energy. Good stuff. Anyway, thanks for watching this with me. I had a lot of fun. I can watch Ren videos all day long, and usually I actually do. I have them going on in the background while I'm working. I just can't get enough. So the more there is, the better. And I think a lot of you probably feel that same way. And so, in any case, I'll see you guys all again soon with another reaction. Hopefully, it's just as good as everything we've been seeing. I can't imagine it won't. In fact, I'm pretty sure they always just get better. What can you do? Except for just enjoy it. Thanks for being here. Everybody, have a great day.